Hello, I'm Courtney Holland. Welcome to Save Our Towns, a series designed to guide and inspire those who are working hard in Appalachia to build strong communities. The episodes, created by Outreach and International Affairs at Virginia Tech, aim to celebrate what is great about small towns and also connect you with experts, resources, and more. In this episode, you'll learn why you should come hungry when you visit South Hill, Virginia. Small Town Big Number celebrates what's great about 5 towns you may recognize. Then it's back to Glade Spring, the town we're following for a year. Your expert tip focuses on farmland, and then it's back to South Hill for 3 questions for a mayor. First, your example of awesome story, which shows what a woman on a mission in a town of just 4,000 people was able to accomplish. Andrea Brunet reports.
At one time, a full complement of farm animals, goats, chickens, pigs, turkeys, and more, went to market from Taylor Wright's 150-acre family farm. The farm was a big part of her life, with her children making up the 6th generation. She and her husband sold their meat products at farmers markets. One day, discouraged about the region's failing farms and exodus of young people, she had an epiphany.
We realized that 4 hours on Saturday morning was not enough time to actually make a livable wage off of a small farm. So we thought that having access to customers 6 to 7 days a week through some type of community market or food hub would help us and other small farms as well.
Appealing to town leaders, Wright made a compelling case based on South Hill's central location, surrounded by 8 counties replete with farms and dairies. That was 5 years ago, at Town Hall, and while the town manager and mayor were receptive, they also knew the town couldn't pull it off alone.
So Ann came to us with this wonderful idea for this food hub, and we thought it would be a great way to create some economic activity in our downtown area and bring more people to our community. At the same time, we just don't have the resources to devote to something like that on a full-time basis, but we wanted to be supportive.
Situated next to the town's historic theater, the building in question was a former gas station, and the renovation project alone was beyond the town's means.
It was going to require quite a bit of someone's time and a lot of money. And we have the Southside Planning District Commission here, so we directed Ann to the SPDC and Deborah Gosney to help her develop a business plan and to look for various sources of funding.
Wright had no idea how much work it would take to launch the project, starting with preparing grant applications.
So I thought, how hard could it be to write grants? Well, the answer is very hard. I learned the hard way, trial by fire, but it worked out. So to date, we're actually $1 million in place in grant funding for the Food Hub project. However, it was also very time consuming, so we had to downsize our farming operation. My husband finally said, pick a species and you can keep that one, get rid of the rest of them. So I chose cattle. We do still actually have cows on our farm today, but everything else had to go.
Money came in from state agencies and the Tobacco Region Revitalization Commission, and the renovation began, with Wright taking charge of most of the activity. It was a massive amount of work to rehab the L-shaped structure and outfit a commercial kitchen and a grocery selling area.
The town was generally the co-applicant for funding opportunities, and we worked with her to get utilities, water, sewer, electricity, gas to the building, whatever was needed.
Over 5 years, the effort turned into a $1 million project, with the Food Hub's grand opening held in June 2019. U.S. Senator Mark Warner was there, talking about his legislative attempts to help alleviate food deserts. The Food Hub is open 6 days a week. It offers vegetables and other products from 120 farms and small vendors. Also, chef-prepared creations are on the menu. The chef is on hand to teach cooking classes, and classes on healthy eating are held here too. The region's farmers enjoy a dedicated area where they can process excess harvests rather than throwing good food away. All of this came about after years of hard work in a town that embraced and supported a small farmer with big ideas.
We know that it attracts people from probably as much as 45 minutes away, and the customers are regular. They found what they like, they keep coming back.
Without the town of South Hill's support, none of this would have happened.
Coming up, more about farmland and your expert tip. But first, in Small Town Big Number, Ann Brown shows you how 5 towns embody strategies that add up to economic resilience.
As mining and manufacturing jobs have disappeared, some towns have fared better than others. In 2019, the Appalachian Regional Commission explored wide a new study that offers strategies to help shore up local economies. Today's number is 5, because we're sharing 5 of them, but we're also giving a shout out to 5 towns profiled on earlier Save Our Towns episodes that happen to show how these ideas work in the real world. Strategy number 1. Invest in education, technology, infrastructure, and broadband. Danville, Virginia is the poster child for this strategy. Hit in the 1990s with rapid job loss and factory closures, Danville is surging in part because city leaders promoted workforce development. They worked with the public schools, Danville Community College, and the Institute for Advanced Learning and Research to promote training in precision machining. The hard work paid off when international companies began moving into town. Strategy number 2, engage the community over the long term. A fine example of this can be found in Boone, North Carolina. In late 2016, Boone made an ambitious green energy pledge, declaring it would become 100% free of fossil fuels by 2050. Tactics include making the city more bike and bus friendly. The green approach is hardly top-down. It permeates the town as well as the university situated there, Appalachian State. Businesses have joined in by advertising green products, and high school students have won recognition for applying in the community what they've learned about sustainability. Cleveland, Virginia was the town we followed for a year in Season 3. This town illustrates strategy number 3, create communities where people want to live. The town manager aggressively went after grants, bringing millions of dollars into a town of fewer than 200 people. That money paid to demolish unsightly buildings and also for improvements to showcase the Clinch River, which flows through town. Another project created vantage points from which to enjoy the town's waterfall. Who wouldn't want to live there? Strategy number 4, grow youth engagement and next generation leadership. Erwin, Tennessee has excelled at this. A group called Rise Erwin sprang up and, among other things, persuaded townspeople to stop trying to stifle talk of a century-old event involving the hanging of a circus elephant. The young people of Rise Erwin planned and promoted an annual elephant festival, creating a lucrative confluence of arts and tourism. Strategy number 5. Move multiple sectors forward for economic development. Here, Pulaski, Virginia, is a rising star. Pulaski was profiled in Season 1 of Save Our Towns for its effective marketing to foreign industries. Lately, the town has pushed ahead on many fronts, unveiling new apartments and businesses downtown and, over the past decade, attracting more than $10 million in capital investment. The town earned a 2019 Community Economic Development Award from the Virginia Economic Developers Association. The Appalachian Regional Commission report was developed by teams of researchers who conducted field interviews and developed 35 measures of economic resilience as they explored communities throughout Appalachia. The authors list 3 other strategies, and to learn about them, go to the website arc.gov. and click on the Research Reports link. Scroll to the Strengthening Economic Resilience in Appalachia report. The report includes a link to a downloadable resilience guidebook.
Later, 3 questions for our mayor will take us back to South Hill and Mayor Dean Marion. But first, Diane Deffenbaugh shows what a dedicated group of Glade Spring residents is committed to carrying off.
Town leaders working today to build business in Town Square have a 10-year-old ace in the hole, a nonprofit community service organization called Project Glade. It works independently but keeps close ties with town leaders.
It's a small town. We're pretty closely connected, so we know what their overarching goals are and the Planning Commission's comprehensive plan. So we take our initiatives from that.
Town Square Center for the Arts was one of Project Glade's first ventures. $750,000 in grants underwrote renovating the old bank building in the heart of Town Square. Today, the resident artisan facility includes artist studios, classrooms, and retail space, as well as studios devoted to pottery and glass. More recently, Project Glade used a $6,000 grant to create a mural at the edge of town square. And behind the scenes, they are working to build a Glade Spring Merchants Association to help individual small businesses be successful. Next, Project Glade has a big idea in the works.
We're calling it a wellness center. It's actually, the name of it's going to be the Powerhouse. And the reason for that is, one, we plan to have some solar-powered and people-powered facilities in there.
They've lined up partnerships with Emory and Henry's School of Health Sciences, Ballard Health, and the YWCA.
We expect that we'll be able to offer a very well-rounded approach to not just having individuals come in and work on their individual health, but having the community work together on their own community health, physical, mental, emotional.
The group has submitted 2 grant proposals for well over $1 million to help fund the project. They hope to be working on the renovation of an empty space in Town Square within the next year.
It's a pretty big goal, but we're determined to make it happen. We need something like this.
Next, your expert tip. Kyle Shreve, Executive Director of the Virginia Agribusiness Council, says agriculture is the backbone of many economies. He warns that pressures are increasing to develop the farmland around small towns.
More and more of the suburban and urban areas expand in certain regions. There's quite a bit of friction that can take place because it's very quick to try to continue to develop. And so preserving the land and preserving agricultural farmland has become a very high priority for us.
You can read a transcript of the complete interview at the Save Our Towns website, where Shreve spells out why small town leaders should value nearby farms, which are an integral part of the landscapes. Click on the Connect with Experts tab. Now a reminder about Virginia Cooperative Extension. Extension agents and specialists live and work around the Commonwealth, dedicated to subjects such as land management, community leadership, and youth development.
On the Save Our Towns website, click on the Extension tab. There you can learn much more. You'll find extension agents listed along with their areas of expertise and contact information.
Next, for 3 questions, we head back to Southern Virginia.
My name is Dean Marion. I'm currently the mayor for the town of South Hill, Virginia. Progressive, because we're living in a changing society and we have to adapt to the needs of the people on all ages. And it's quite challenging to do that. To be able to handle the change in such a way that it's not abrupt, that it's a transition. It's a marathon, there's no finish to it, and so it's a continual process that we have to be able to adapt to. And we have the infrastructure, but putting the components together strategically for current needs versus future needs is key. And you can't shortchange that. And so you have to take the time and invest and not just settle. That we are an open community. My background, I'm originally from North Carolina, and I came here shortly after college. And because of my career, I've been able to remain here. And it is a town that's open to everyone. And it's also a town that once it looks for something or sees a need for something, it achieves it. And whether it be our school system, our hospital, our industry, our citizens, our town is very committed into making it your choice to live.
Would you like to nominate your town for an Examples of Awesome story? If so, we'd love to hear from you. To view past episodes and to dive deeper into resources and a wealth of information about small towns, go to the Save Our Towns website, and please send your thoughts to saveourtowns@vt.edu. We read and respond to every email. This is episode 5 of season 6. Thanks for watching.